before you met him, did you know you were an actor? Or I've seen
I did not.
Yeah, so he really brought that out of you.
Yeah.
Because the videos are funny. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're really entertaining. I can't take the credit for them though. That's actually all Justin's work.
That's
he
all
scripts
Justin.
them,
Oh, really?
and he just tells us what to do, how to do it,
And we just
where
have
to
fun
go.
with it.
Yeah, that's just it.
It's not ChatGPT or anything.
No, it's all organic. It's all from his industry knowledge with, I guess, the performance of reels and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome to the On the Move with Matt podcast, where we sit down with local businesses and highlight what makes Winchester and the surrounding area so special. Whether you already live here, you're considering a move, or you just want to plan a visit, my goal is to help you discover everything this community has to offer.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Move with Matt. Today I'm here with Jason Funk, who is the owner of Patton's Movers, and Zackary Michael, who is the marketing manager. Did I get that right?
Correct. Yeah, chief marketing officer.
Basically
marketing guy. Yeah.
There we go. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
And so thanks for coming on today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So can you tell us a little bit about how did Patton's Movers come about?
So Patton's Moving and Storage has been around since 1912. George Washington Patton started it back in 1912. Had the business up until the 40s, and then he decided he wanted to get into the furniture business, which is the Patton's Furniture that's here on the Old Town Mall. Okay. Well, around 1965, my grandfather had worked for him for a few years, and Mr. Patton actually signed the moving side of the business over to my grandfather and kept the furniture side for himself and his family.
Okay.
So I'm third generation owner of Patton's Moving and Storage. My grandfather had it from the mid 60s up until 2000. When he retired, it went to my father and my uncle. And then back in 2019, my uncle was just done. He didn't want any parts of it anymore. My dad wanted to retire, so I jumped in and took over back in 2019.
Oh, wow. So it's been the family for a long time then?
A long time. The business has been open for 113 years total.
So was your grandfather friends with the original owner before they split? No relation there, just friends?
Just co-workers, became family, extended family, you should say, and the rest is history.
And what do you guys offer? Obviously moving, but is there other services as well?
Anything pertaining to a relocation, we handle. So going in, packing up your house into boxes, moving specialty items such as pianos, gun safes, custom crating, because there's certain items that, it's safer to transport with a custom crate built around it. Your traditional loading, unloading, we have a 20,000 square foot warehouse for long-term or short-term storage, being in the real estate, closings not matching up and not able to get into a home. So we'll store it for a couple of weeks and then deliver when the destination is ready to go. But basically anything with a relocation experience, we handle.
So you actually like come in, take somebody's stuff, store it, and they can go stay in a hotel and then move it a couple weeks later?
Yes, sir.
And what does the cost on something like that look like ballpark? Is it a lot more?
It all varies. You can have the same, we'll say 3,000 square foot house. It all depends on how furnished that house is. You have people that live extremely light. You have people who live extremely average. And then you have those who have a lot of things. So you could get 3 different prices out of the same house depending on how much stuff they have.
Right.
So I would say our average move is roughly between $2,500 to $2,700 on average.
Okay. And you need to actually come into somebody's house? Like they can't just send you pictures? You need to come in to do the estimate?
We prefer to come and do an estimate on site.
Right.
I'm completely against virtual surveys. I think they just turn into a headache for everyone in the long run.
Yeah.
We want to start building that relationship with the customer face to face. We're not one of these large corporations. We're a small local business, and it's more of the relatedness and the family side of it.
Right.
We want you to see who you're going to be dealing with from point A to point B.
Right.
Like you have the same contacts the whole way through. We're not having to call this person and track down that person.
Right,
Like
yeah.
we create that experience from the moment we walk in to do that on-site estimate for you.
And
Plus,
you-
they're a lot more accurate.
Right. And somebody can move from Winchester to California, and you guys can do that?
Yes, sir.
So how does that work? You send guys out there, and then they have to have a 2-3 day trek back?
So depending on the size of the load, we can either load a rental truck if we're going that far. Like if
Right.
we're going coast to coast,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 we would rent a truck,
Right.
go out there, unload it, and then fly back.
Okay.
It makes more sense that way.
Right.
But if it was a larger shipment, then we would use our own trucks to go out there.
So I'm sure your employees, they get to go to all different kinds of states.
Yes, sir.
Exciting job.
Yeah, it is. And no two houses are the exact same. So you're literally walking into a different scenario every single day, a different story every single day.
Right.
So
Yeah.
while you're doing the same things, the situations are always different.
Right. And I've seen you guys blow up social media with your funny content, so I'm sure that's where you come in, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got together with our videographer Justin because before I came on, some of the content was almost bland in my opinion. This is where we really try to take a more interactive and engagement route with it.
Right.
Because we need to find a balance between what is educational for our customers as well as what is entertaining.
Right,
So,
yeah.
whether those videos blend together in some of them or whether they're two separate topics, we really try to find a balance to really engage the customer of hey, these guys are, fun, cool guys, but they
Right.
also know what they're doing and they're very professional when
Right.
that time comes.
Yeah, because people go on social media to be entertained.
Exactly.
So it's almost like you entertaining them, but you're kind of giving them a little bit of dose of what they need. They always say, give people what they want, not what they need.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You're kind of sprinkling on, hey, this is what we do, and then when it comes time to move, it's kind of in the back of their head.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're always trying to be super active on there, and then for the more organic searches, this is where the back end website and SEO stuff comes because people go to
Yeah.
Google to buy. You go
Right.
to social media for fun. So you kind of
Right.
have to take into account both of those separate routes that
Yeah.
the customer could possibly find you by, and then with brand awareness too, just constantly being in front of their face.
Right,
Even
yeah.
though it may not even be moving related, we want the Patton's brand to be everywhere.
Right. So are you guys pretty good? If I Google Patton's moving if I Google it, is it going to be on my Facebook in 3 seconds?
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
kind
Probably.
you do that kind of stuff?
Hmm.
Yeah, all the retargeting and everything.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of your background specialty.
Correct. Yeah, I'm mostly it's funny because people come into the office a lot and they're like, "Who's this guy?" And I'm like, "I'm the back end guy. I don't want to be the face of the company. I like kind of sitting in the shadows and making sure everything from the back end is working appropriately and people are able
I've
to
never
find it."
seen Zach and Batman in the same room at the same time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what he is. He just
Interesting.
kind of lurks in the shadows.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, it's funny too because sometimes you'll come in the office and you'll see me in the corner with my hood up, headphones on,
Oh,
just
yeah.
so dialed in because I have this ultra wide monitor too.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of times you'll be like, "Zach," and I'll put my headphones. I think I hear something. Like, did you hear any of that? I was like, "Oh no, I've been so deep in the back end of the website." Or
In
I had a whole conversation with him, and he's like, "What?"
So how did you guys meet, or did you even know your business needed somebody like him?
Do you want to take this, or you want?
I'll let you take the reign on this.
So, my old social media person introduced me to Zach and was explaining to me about his work around SEO, website design, and all of those things. So we had a meeting, and Zach actually took over our Google business page, rebuilt the website. I mean, the website that we have now compared to what we used to is just light years beyond from where it was. And then me and Zach actually started talking more and more, and he approached me one day and he was like, "Hey," and I had already had the thought. I was like, "I would love to get this guy just solely mine. I'm being greedy right now.
Right, yeah.
I want Zach for myself." And he was like, "Would you by chance have a position?" Before he could even get it out, I was like, "Yes, you can start
Yeah.
this day." And just to sit back and watch him do what he does in the amount of time that he does, I could ask him the most random question as far as KPIs and things like that. And within 2 seconds, I've got an email sitting in my inbox. hey, here's where we're at. This is
Right.
where we were. This is the trend that we're doing. Just has everything I could ever ask for. And his attention to detail, second to none. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely second to none. He does not leave a stone unturned anywhere. So I don't really believe in coincidence. I think that me and him crossed paths at the right time because we had that, like, third party. Like, he worked for Patton's with his business.
Right.
But then we both realized, you know what, we could, like, if we both work together towards one common goal,
Right.
like, this could turn into something really, really big. And just the performance over the last 2.5 months,
Yeah, probably around there.
it's just skyrocketed.
Right.
So,
And before you met him, did you know you were an actor, or I've seen
No,
I've seen the
I did
videos.
not.
Yeah, so he really brought that out of you
yeah.
because the videos are funny. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're
I'm not-
really entertaining.
I'm
I,
not-
I can't take the credit for them though. That's actually all Justin's work.
That's
he
all
scripts
Justin.
them,
Oh,
and
really?
he just tells us what to do, how to do it, and
And we just
where
have
to
fun
go.
with it.
Yeah, that's just it.
It's not Chat GPT or anything.
No, it's all organic. It's all from his industry knowledge with, I guess, the performance of reels and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have some more stuff down the pipeline that you're working on.
Absolutely, yeah. We have them come in monthly to shoot out like bulk content.
Okay.
And then we're able to, because this month we did a bunch of B-roll content with voiceovers and audio behind it.
Yeah.
So we're utilizing that right now, but probably actually in July this month
Yeah.
we need to get them back in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And are you jumping in there and like lifting the pianos and the pool tables and all that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you done that kind of from the beginning or?
I have been around this business since I was 8 years old. I can remember being a little kid working in the warehouse, like pushing a broom at 8 years old.
Right. Yeah.
And like I worked for a big box retailer for about 15 years,
Yeah.
but I would always come back and work on like my vacations and stuff like that, or when they
Right.
needed
Extra
like
help.
bigger jobs with extra help.
Yeah.
I'd rearrange my schedule to where I could come and help them.
Right.
And I would always have those conversations with my grandfather, like, hey, I'm going to take this over one day. And I worked hard, and it finally got to the point where in 2019 I was able to realize my dream, take over the business,
Right.
and I haven't looked back since. And, sometimes I have to be in the office doing the everyday mundane tasks, and my happy place is out on a job, out on the back of a truck, because a lot of people think that moving is an unskilled labor, but I would invite people to, okay, take the contents of your house, make it fit into this space, make it all fit, and nothing get broken.
Right. Yeah.
And people are just like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's a challenge every day. I get to
Yeah.
play Tetris every day, essentially.
Right. Yeah. And I 100% agree because I've moved like 7 times in 8.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And we've done it ourselves with friends, family, and stuff always gets broken.
Mhm.
I only move like 3 to 5 minutes up the road because stuff's falling off the trailer.
Yeah.
So hard-headed people like me don't call you, but next time I think I should. Yeah.
Well, exactly. 'Cause that's for me coming in from literally no movement experience to, because I came from the same mindset. It was like, oh, anybody can do this. No. If you see how those trucks are loaded and how tightly packed everything is, it's a talent. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
'cause-
it's ridiculous how skilled they actually are.
Yeah, when you
It
move
takes
yourself,
years.
you're just throwing stuff in,
Oh, yeah.
and then you're like, oh, the truck's full, and I still got a ton of stuff, and you're like, forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like the efficiency behind it that's really interesting to watch, because it's not just like throwing boxes wherever they go. It's planned out from the jump.
So every time I walk into a house, as I'm doing the walkthrough, I'm already building the tiers in my head as I'm walking through the house.
Right.
So by the end of the walkthrough with the customer, I can look at my crew and be like, hey, I need that, and that first.
Right.
And they'll get those to me, and then by the time I'm at that point in the load, they know what else I'm going to want next.
Right.
So, like, that initial walkthrough, I'm already, like, you see the Zach Galifianakis thing, the meme where he's got all the arithmetic and everything when
Yeah.
he's just staring into.
Yeah.
That's literally what it looks like when I'm doing a walkthrough of a house, because I'm like, okay, how am I going to get all this to fit in this space? What do I need first? And then where do I need to go from there?
Yeah.
And then it's the communication of, okay, I need all of this stuff right here first. I'll start working with that, and then the guys will see where I'm at with the load, and then they're able to bring me exactly what I need. And by the time, I mean, there's no holes anywhere. Nothing's going to shift either way. It's
Right,
not going to
yeah.
shift this way, and the house is done.
Hey, it's Matt Kilmer. Yes, the guy you're listening to right now. When I'm not sitting down with local business owners and sharing their stories, I'm helping people buy and sell homes right here in Winchester, Frederick County, and even across state lines into West Virginia. For me, real estate isn't just about transactions. It's about finding the right fit for your life. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or even buying your very first home, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. If you're thinking about making a move, pause this episode, send me a quick message, and let's make your next move the right one.
Have you ever had to move something like insane, like a pool table that takes like 8 guys and it breaks or something?
We moved the vault out of City Hall 3 years ago, and that was 2,800 pounds.
Jeez.
So even we have equipment called safe jacks, and basically it's 2 sets of wheels that you manually crank
Right.
this vault up to, and it took 6 of us to push it onto the elevator, get it down, and then across the cobblestone out in front of City Hall.
That's crazy.
That was scary. I was scared because if that thing goes over and people won't get out of the way,
Right.
like someone's going to get hurt really, really bad.
Right.
And that goes back to what Zach was saying, like, oh, anybody can do this. There's certain ways you have to move certain items where either the piece is going to get messed up really bad, or there's a potential of someone getting hurt really, really bad.
Right.
So it's just,
I mean, you guys got to work together. You guys can't be like, it could be easy to kind of get into an argument in the middle of lifting something heavy and like, no, we're all on the same page here.
Especially
Yep.
when it's hot too.
Yeah.
And y'all been out there all day and you're sweating.
Everybody's frustrated. So I'm sure the guys love that you're like jumping in there with them and helping them.
I've always been I like to think that I'm the leader that, like, I'm never going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself or I haven't done myself.
Right.
And again, it's my happy place. So if I'm able to get out there and help them become better at what they do,
Right.
to deliver on that experience that we're, communicating
Right.
to our customers,
Yeah.
and I'm getting my little vice in of being out there on the job for my own sanity,
Right,
it's
yeah.
a win-win for everyone around.
Yeah. Have you ever got hurt or back problems, anything like that?
On the job, honestly, no. I've never really been hurt other than like my back being sore and my legs being sore from going up and down steps.
Right.
Like I've had no major injury from doing this job.
Yeah. So I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you have to like, lift things a certain way, lift with your legs, all that stuff. Do you teach your guys all that? And you wear like the harness straps? No.
No, and here's the there's been many times where I've had guys who lived in the gym, like they're gym rats. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. This is all functional strength. This isn't just straight up, straight down. Like you have to be able to balance it while walking, going around tight corners. So it's all functional strength. It's not just sheer strength. And I can't tell you how many gym rats are like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Yeah. It's the power and finesse, and you got to have the finesse part too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys have a vision where you want the business to go in like 5-10 years?
So within the next 5 years, myself and Zach, basically, we definitely want to have a second location within the next 5 years. I think that's a fair,
Realistic goal.
realistic goal.
Like location in Winchester or somewhere else?
Probably over into West Virginia,
Okay.
Berkeley County, somewhere.
Yep.
Either there or heading towards Harrisonburg. But
Okay.
somewhere on that I-81 corridor,
Right.
we want to open a second location. We just
Okay.
don't know whether we want to go north or whether we want to go south.
Right.
So for a 5-year plan, that's kind of where I'm at. 10-year goal is I want to be able to have saved and invested enough money into building a custom warehouse slash headquarters
Right.
for the business
And this it's not a franchise. It's just right here, right?
right here.
Yeah. And like in the office, what does it look like day to day? Do people walk in and say, "Hey, I need to move my house next week"?
Every once in a while, we'll get someone who walks in, but the majority, I would say 98% of our leads are from the website, Google Maps, and the mailers that we send out.
Yeah. Yeah, probably a good, at least from the back end data of it, I would say a good like 60 to 70% is Google. We have about 10 to 20% comes from social media, and then that last 10 is just the mailers that we send out. And those
Yeah.
are actually something that I've recently reincorporated that we're seeing amazing results with. I mean, it's just a simple flyer that we just send out to, he pulls a list of recently listed houses, send it to all of them, and they're like, "Hey, I got your flyer." So for what, 42 cents, whatever the cost of a stamp and a little piece of paper is, you got a
Right,
lead
yeah.
that could be worth $2,500,
You guys do all that yourself, or you have a company that does that?
all done in-house.
Okay.
Fingers hurt some days.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So I mean, you got a lot on your plate then with the SEO, social media, and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, how many hours a day are you sitting at the computer?
Be honest here.
Realistically, probably around 4 or 5. And that's because I know the way that I work. And if I put in these 8, 10, 12-hour days, I'm going to get burnt out, and my mind isn't going to work, so I'm not going to make the best decisions for that.
Right.
So with how in-depth the work that I do is, this has been a conversation I've had with Jason recently too, is like, hey, I know how I work best. This is something that, like, even though I'm going to work less, my quality and the quantity as well is going to increase dramatically. And this is
Right.
where, like, I've actually found a really good work-life balance recently too, because I'm able to get all my work done in a reasonable time, go spend time with my girlfriend, my kid, go to the gym, do stuff that I enjoy outside, and it just clicks. Everything just goes up
Right.
as your quality of life improves.
Yeah, it's not always better to just, grind for 10, 12 hours, like you said, and then,
Well,
what you're
it's the law
producing.
of, like, diminishing returns too.
Right.
So it's like that 4 to 6 hour mark. Anything beyond that, I either have to go back and fix it, or I'm just staring at a screen doing mindless work that
Right, yeah.
I would rather spend that on something I find interesting
Yeah.
or meaningful.
And do you guys ever show up at a move and the people aren't ready? And you're like, whoa, we had an agreement here.
It happens more than you think, and it could be something as simple as, "Hey, you're not ready." They're like, "Can you just help us?" And then you have the ones that are like, "Nope, we're ready, and we're walking the house, and they're nowhere close." So
yeah, it's
we're
like our definitions aren't matching here.
like the math ain't math in here. So here's where we need to be, and this is where you're at right now. These are your options.
Right.
And usually through conversation and communication with the office, we always get it
Right.
figured out.
And can you do like junk removal type stuff, or you don't do that?
We typically don't do that, but if we have a customer that we are moving and they are getting rid of things,
Yeah.
we'll either drop it off. If they want to donate it, we'll drop it off at wherever they want it donated to, or we can take it to the landfill.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I'll have a lot of clients that close, and it's like, the final walkthrough that morning, and we have to time it with, moving company like you guys. It has to be perfect. So do you have a lot of clients that you're like loading them up that morning, and then you're waiting around at the new house for them to sign, or how do you
So
time all that?
we get all of that information as far in advance as possible. What is the drop dead date that you have to be out of this house?
Yeah.
So we'll typically load the day before they have to be out of that house. That way they can do a final walkthrough if they're having cleaners come in, any utilities that are coming in,
Yeah.
any last minute things that need to be done. Plus you have the morning of the
Right.
day of closing.
Right. Yeah.
And then usually, I would say 9 chances out of 10, both closings are on the same day for the new property,
Right, yeah.
unless something falls through.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll load them the day before they have to be out of the house, and then we'll deliver on the day of closing.
Just keep it all in the truck for
Mm-hmm.
one night. Is that an extra cost or no? No.
No, sir.
And how many employees do you guys have like in your physical office?
Physically in the office, there's Samantha, the general manager, Daniel Esposito. He is our move coordinator. Kendra Thompson is like our executive assistant. So she really helps Daniel manage his calendar, manage the estimate calendars, making sure she's touching base with customers to confirm the service is coming up,
Right.
following up after the move to see how everything went. She assists Samantha with things that she may have going on. She helps Zach with things that Zach has going on. So she's kind of like the utility player in
Right,
the
yeah.
office. Zach's obviously the chief marketing officer, and then myself. And then
Right.
we have 11, 12 full-time movers
Yeah.
right now.
So are they working just Monday to Friday or the weekends too?
Monday through Saturday. Sunday is I will not book any work on Sundays just
Yeah.
because the human body can only take so much. We're
See.
humans, we're not
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
So everyone deserves to have that
you
that
do-
1 day off, and then we try to rotate Saturdays where, you know, the same crew isn't working every Saturday. That
Right.
way everyone gets a full weekend off or 2 full weekends off.
Yeah, I mean your body needs a rest. You're moving 6 days in a row. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how many moves are they doing a day? Just like one house or?
We're averaging 3 to 4 moves a day right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's busy.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What time are these guys like showing up and going home?
They're in at 7:30 in the morning, and then I would say the latest they're getting off on average is around 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's typically about 3:30. They come in 3 to 4.
Yeah.
It's typical for them to come in.
Like a late day for them is between 5 and 6.
Okay. Is there any like stretching warm ups required, or you just jump right in? That's on you.
Everyone has their own things they do before they get ready for the day. There's no like mandatory
Yeah.
stretching or anything like that. I mean, I don't stretch. I just get in there and do it, and then I pay for it later. And I'm like, why didn't I stretch?
Yeah.
But you have.
I guess you don't think about stretching before you go to work, but I'm like in this
Oh,
business, like
I do. I'm at my desk and I probably stretch more than.
He
most of the
stretches more
guys
than me,
do.
and he's behind a computer.
You'll see me over there. I'll just be like just going back and forth, or like I'm always even in here. Probably you've seen me just. I'm constantly stretching out, moving my body.
You just can't sit still. That's the thing.
I can't.
which is weird because you're at a computer and yeah.
Crazy. You'll see either like my leg moving or something. Something will always be fidgeting, moving.
Right.
It's just
Just
me.
yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, you're gonna stop that habit?" I'm like, "Why?" Like,
Yeah,
it's-
it works for you. It works for you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't sit still.
Just
It's-
tell me how to live my life.
Yeah. Yeah. So who's gonna be the next owner? You have kids that are gonna,
I have 2 kids. I have my daughter, who is 21. I have my son, who is 16. My LLC is actually named after myself, Kaylee, my daughter, and Caden, my son. And you know, we'll see what happens. If anything happens to me in the interim, God willing, nothing does. But if it does, you know, it goes to my daughter and my fiance.
okay.
But later down the road, we'll see how it all works out. But everything
Yeah.
that I'm doing now is for my kids.
Yeah.
So.
And they're working with you now or no?
No,
Not yet.
my son's still in high school. My
Okay.
daughter lives in Florida,
Okay.
but we'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah. And you plan to just keep on, grinding with the guys as long as you can?
As long as I'm physically
Yeah.
able to. My dad is 76, and he still comes in every
Steve.
day.
Shout out Steve.
Yeah,
Love Steve.
shout out to Steve.
He's helping you.
Yeah, he
do
works
the
in
moves.
he works in the warehouse.
Okay.
But he's 76 years old, and he comes in and he works every day. And I'm like, you need to slow down. And he was like, if I slow down, I'm not going to be around. It's just that
Yeah. It's just
that boomer mentality where they just have to keep moving or they're done.
right. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that. I think I'm gonna be the same way. Kind of like I couldn't imagine not working.
Yeah, I-
Especially if
something.
especially
My-
if you like what you do.
My fiance gets so frustrated because I'll wake up on a Saturday morning and I'll be running around the house like doing this, doing that, and she's like, "Will you sit down and relax?" And I'm like, "I can't. Like, I just let me
Right.
get this stuff done." And then I get that stuff done, and I find something else, and she's like,
The list never ends.
"Just stop. Just relax."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are involved in the community a lot too.
Absolutely.
Like, how do you
Absolutely.
think that helps you, and like your vision?
The way that I always describe it is this community is helping me to live my dream. Like, whether it's booking us for work or, sharing, interacting with our social media, any of those different things, they all contribute to me living my dream. And why would I not invest back in those people who are investing in me?
Right.
We try to get as involved where we can. We have a golf tournament coming up
Next Friday.
We have the work that we've been doing with the Highland Food Pantry over the last month or so.
Last month. Dakota's Dream. We've been very involved with them. We're in contact with Blue Ridge. Habitat for Humanity as well. And really just for me, that's where I find purpose. And
Right,
it's not even the money for
Yeah.
me. It's just being able to help other people. And that's really recently what I found is I've been kind of soul searching in my personal life too. And that's really where I feel like I found a lot of personal growth and a spark again is helping these people. Like that's what I feel like my mission is. It's not necessarily the money. You need money to live.
Right,
But
yeah.
what am I on this earth to actually do? Not make money, not to help people.
And
Right.
that's always something that I've had in the back of my mind is like, when it is my time to go, did I leave the world just a little bit better?
Absolutely.
Right.
Going back to the hurricane that happened last year down in North Carolina and Tennessee. This is where I had one of those like soul searching moments, and what started out is a small conversation between myself and Patty Solenberger
Yep.
turned into something that I could not have even imagined, of how this whole community rallied around our neighbors down south, and everyone was saying, "Oh, you're amazing for doing this," and like I didn't want any credit for it. Like I was just a vessel.
Right.
I was just someone who had an idea. It was everyone else who came together, the hours upon hours of getting all that product to the warehouse, getting it all palletized. And what went from a thought of taking 1 or 2 trucks of supplies down to the hurricane affected area, we ended up taking 10 full trucks down there
Wow.
and still had product left over here. Those are the things that, like, it gives me cold chills talking about it now, but
That's what really matters.
that to me, when I tell people about where I live, whether it's the United States, whether it's Winchester, whether it's Frederick County, like this is what community is. This
Right.
is how it should be, no matter what's going on in the political world, because we all know everything gets turned political these
Right.
days.
Yeah.
You help your neighbor.
Yeah.
If we were in the same situation, we would want somebody to help us.
Right.
And if I can do anything that I can, I'm going to. That's
Yeah.
just who I am as a person.
And that's what's so special about Winchester. Like, we're a small town. I mean, some people move here and they're like, "Oh, you're a small town. Everybody knows everybody." But we actually have a lot of people here now.
Mhm.
But it still
we do.
feels small town. You're connected to everybody through something.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's just awesome to live here. Everybody helps everybody type thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I actually didn't know you guys brought trucks down to North Carolina.
Yeah, we ended up taking, I think it was 113 pallets of product down there, and we still had like 10 or 12 left over here,
Oh wow. All donations?
all donations.
Yeah. And how was it like when you got down there? You could drive around fine and
No, we had to be escorted in by the state police. Very direct path. Went to the main distribution center in Banner Elk, North Carolina, and when I tell you that was a life-changing experience for me, I try not to get choked up talking about it, because it's just one of those things where it's a once in a lifetime, very humbling experience when you see
Yeah.
all of these families that had just went through this major catastrophe,
right.
but they're all strong, they're all happy, they're all smiling,
Right.
we're alive. And just being able to meet all of those people down there and really think, do I really have it that bad? Because everyone
Yeah.
gets those thoughts that creeps into their head, like,
Yeah.
man, this is. But when you're in that situation, it really makes you reflect on yourself and
Right.
where you're at, and like, is it really that bad?
Right.
So that whole thing was just a life-changing experience for me.
Yeah, because we don't really see that kind of weather and stuff around here. So yeah, we don't even know what other people experience.
No,
I mean, if
I
you
was
live in-
able to see it firsthand, and another one of my buddies was actually able to go up in a helicopter to survey the damage because there was literally one road in, one road out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like in Florida with all the stuff they're going through, and there's like towns that people vacation in, and they're still rebuilding it, and they're going to be rebuilding for years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely blessed that we don't like have that here.
yeah,
So it's nice you could jump in and help.
yeah. And that's the thing is we're all here for an undetermined amount of time. Make the best of it. Make the best of it for the people around you.
Right.
Make the best of it for anybody you can come in contact with. I will always be involved in this community and giving back to this community because this community is helping me live my dream.
Yeah, and that's so many small businesses here. A lot of people that come on the podcast talk about the same thing. Like everybody just loves this community. It's awesome to be a part of it, and it's important like that we put our dollars that we earn back at the community.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't support the local businesses, they're not going to be around anymore.
Yep.
It's all a big circle.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on today. If somebody wants to book a move, what should they do? Should they go to the website? Should they call?
Website, in the bottom left-hand corner of your mobile or desktop device, you're going to see my friendly face. Put your name, phone number, email. We're reaching out to you.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us on,
Yeah.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Definitely. Yep.
Thank you.